بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد النبي الأمي وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Dear brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome all of you wherever you are. I welcome you for the first part of Fatwa Life that comes to you on December the 5th on Thursday from Mishka Center, Mishka Masjid. The first question tonight. My children, they love to watch cartoons. What is the rule about the singing, the the dhikr, of the morning? Can we make them memorize it in singing them? There's nothing wrong with the songs and to beautify the voice with the adhkar and the known supplications to make our kids love this dua and to memorize it. As long as it does not go from the to overdo it in the singing. It's to raise the voice with the poetry, with soften the voice or making it thick, and could be beside the poetry. This is the inshad in Arabic language. So inshallah there is a vast exception in this. In particular to make the kids memorize the dhikr and the supplications and so on. It is authenticated that the Prophet ﷺ and the companions, may Allah be pleased with all of them, they heard the poetry and they sang it and they got it from others in their traveling and when they are sitting, residing, and in every place, whether they are individuals or groups. And known poets like Hassan ibn Thabit, Amr ibn al-Akwa, Anjasha, may Allah be pleased with them, they did. And when they were doing the trench around Medina, the Prophet said, there is no living except the living of the hereafter, so forgive the Ansar and the immigrants. And they said, we are the one who gave bay'ah to Muhammad to fight as long as we are alive. And it was like not a song, but in a poetry type of things that they replied to the Prophet. Also in the book of Fath al-Bari for Ibn Hajar, he said that Ibn Shayba said that Abu Salama Abd al-Rahman said that the companions of the Prophet they used to sing and they disregard what they used to do at the time of ignorance. So all of this allows that this kind of songs for the kids, whether it is individual or a group. But you cannot use the instrument or to make it abundant or to get too much in it. So the meaning of the dhikr will not will not go, and people will only remember the song, not the tone, not the meaning and the words. Another question, someone saying that I work in a hospital in the prison and you cannot have your phone. And I try to know the direction of the Qibla. I took a carpet or rug with the compass, but I don't know how to do. So I always say, oh Allah, I'm taking my face toward you. Do Allah accept from me, even though I don't know whether I'm going to the east, west, in the hospital. If you live in the United States, it's always to the northeast. And it's easy to remember that. Before you enter the building, just try to decide which way is the direction of the northeast. If you know the east or west, then you'll be able to know your qibla easily. So it's not allowed only when you cannot know completely, and then it's not that hard because it is easy in the United States. Another person is saying, I came to pray Dhuha 2 rak'ahs. Can I continue 4 or or I was intended to pray 4 and then something happened, then I just shortened it to 2. Can I change my intention? Also in Twitter, I want to add 3. Well, the answer, the extra, the prayers, it has to be 2 2. Because he alayhi salatu wasalam said the night prayers is 2 and 2. You don't do 4 on a row. Imam Ahmad and they said that the day and night, except for the obligatory ones, that could be more than 2, but everything else is 2 and 2. Anyway, it is okay. There is nothing wrong, especially in the night time, especially in the winter. Allahu alam. Get a grant in school, but you have to have 85% in the high school. Mine is 82nd. But from this, I cheated in the test. Do I take advantage of this grant since I cheated? And it pays for my tuition. So I hope what you did should be forgiven, inshallah, after repentance to Allah Azza wa Jalla and to your intention to get the highest of education. And Allah knows the best. Someone saying, I always recite the beginning of the prayers. I took my face to the one who resurrected, the heavens and earth with monotheism Muslim. I am not among those who put part with Allah. And then I read the Fatiha. Somebody was telling me, no, only read Al-Fatiha and then the Quran. Well, there is dua for istiftah, my brother. The things that are allowed. And one of them is the one that you just mentioned. Because it is in Muslim that Ali ibn Abi Talib, may Allah be pleased with him, that the Prophet ﷺ, if he stood for the prayers, he would say, I took my face to the one who have created heavens and earth, monotheism, and I'm not among the mushriks. My worship, all my virtues, my life, my death, is all to Allah, the Lord of everything. There is no partners with Him. With that I was ordered, I am among the Muslims. To the end of that dua, it is a long dua. You have mentioned of part of this dua. You just mention whatever you memorize. No problem, inshallah. It's not a problem, inshallah. Try to memorize it all if you can. May Allah accept from all of you the best of deeds. My sister, she has diabetes and she cannot control her urination. Sometimes so she don't control herself. Can she perform Hajj? And she does. How does she do it? Because she always urinated. The answer, Alhamdulillah, I mean, who made it easy and vast, and His mercy is very vast and wide. The hardship brings the ease, and when the things get in tight, then it gets wider. Those who are permanent illness, they just make wudu for every prayers, and I think happens not a problem. Inshallah, till they get the next prayers, then they renew their wudu, and that's it. They just do for every time prayer one wudu, and they keep pray. Whatever happens, happens. Okay. Is smiling will ruin your wudu? No, it doesn't. What is the rule about the buying a house from the partnership bank? Uh, and you know that these financial institutions, they work with a different riba banks. Well, the murabha is when you pay with the certain capital and you add a profit. And the Islamic resolution, or the Islamic alternative, was invented where you order the product instead of taking a loan, so he could go through a riba bank. You go to an Islamic institution to buy it from him, and then he will sell it to him for a known profit. It has two parts, where there's a promise in the beginning, and to agree, and to, but they don't put a contract till the bank or the institution buy the product, and then under his position he could sell it if it happens that way, and the seller, which is the bank, he's responsible for any destruction of the before it's delivered, and to take it back if there is any hidden flaws, then it is a correct selling. Anyway, the Islamic bank is the bank when it is established, or that its reference is the Islamic rules in all their actions, and they have like a board that will look over all their actions, and you could look into what is this board. The second question: at the time of traveling, if there's any filth from the restroom, does he have to put water in the place where there's filth? No, you just wash it. And it all depends on what you are capable to remove the filth on the body, or the you can, if you could remember it and your capability. Or remember, breathe it, and he cannot remove it, then it is correct prayer. Can you make dua during this the sujood of sahu, just like the normal sujood? Yes. It is a sujood, you say just like any other sujood. You make the same dhikr, you make the same dua, whatever. What about buying and touching meat beside pigs? To use it for nothing, something else beside food. Do we consider it filthy? We don't buy it to purify yourself from touching it. We don't say that it is filthy. No, we just don't eat it. And we say in some areas we just try to guard ourselves on the meat. That uh, you don't put your hand in the food. You put the gloves, and we ask Allah Azza wa Jal to help you. Working in the company that produce makeup for the Bitfine herself for the woman, it is allowed, as Allah said in the Quran. What is forbidden, that she use it in front of other who are not she do it for her husband inside her house, not a problem. So to find the women to themselves, it is allowed, but to take it out to the street, no. She should not go out with extravagant makeup and stuff like this, where men could look at her. What new specific issue is going to be sin? And I work in real estate. People, they buy through their banks. I just sell. I get commission, and the the person he does all the transaction. Do I? Is it forbidden for me to raise the price a little bit so it will be the first payment? The answer, you can sell the halal for anything you want, whether it is a service or product, but don't help on the usury contract. Let the buyer worry about his loan and how he get it, and don't help him with that. But for the 30% that it belongs to you, it is okay to add in the product so you get the installment. Add in the interest on the product and buy it all in installments. If the seller still did that and added to the product value, so it made it all the price of the product, nothing wrong with that. You could sell with installments and add in the price, but to sell you the interest and you still dealing with him, so it doesn't make a difference if you pay it ahead of time or later in installments. So look what is they provided to you. If they did from the seller, they added this to the price of the product and give you a complete price that include the principal and the profit. But if it is that the bank is selling you the interest, so whether you pay it ahead of time or late, it's the same. Still paying interest. Which is better, to teach Quran or language, or to give the khutbah? I'll try to get a share in everything. Why you always have to put a problem between teaching the Quran and teaching the religion? And don't start a problem with teaching Quran and dedicate time for religious virtues. Anyway, the application of that is different depends on the place and the conditions. You know what's your energy and what you can do, and you are more beneficial wherever you find yourself. There is so many things you could do. Let Allah Azza wa Jal find you in a place where you are, or looking for something you could do for the sake of Allah. With that, you participate into the profitable trade, because Allah said, I want to tell you about a trade that will save you from a severe punishment, to believe in Allah, His Messenger, and you make jihad in His sake with your money and yourself. And just like it is with the sword, also with the debate, with the tongue. Whatever it's allowed to you, take it. Martin, may Allah help you. What about working in the face where it's talking about some faces for women getting makeup? It is from the things that are doubtful, because you're helping enduring evil and wrong. So try to find a different alternative. Don't stay away from it. Nothing better than safety. If you can't, then stay in that work as much as you can to survive, and keep an eye open for some alternative for that work. So it will be more satisfying to Allah Azza wa Jal. So we come to the conclusion of the first part. Inshallah, we'll continue in a couple of hours. Please join us. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك.